Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. My name is Nienke and in this video I would like to give you a short introduction to a new functionality that we're working on, which is granular cancellation policies. The goal of which is to give the revenue managers the tools to strategize on cancelled reservations and giving them the flexibility to do so in order to increase the return on cancelled reservations. First slice of which is renaming cancellation policies and settlement rules to having one name as a bundle of policies. As well, settlement rules we are changing to be called payment policies in order to create more awareness of what this tool exactly does. Secondly, there will be a flow change. Revenue managers will be able to set up cancellation policies and payment policies, so policies, on property level, so centrally. This enables revenue managers to only set up the cancellation policies and payment policies once. After that, they can be assigned to various services, rate groups, and rates, saving time for not having to create them over and over again. One time is enough. Secondly, we are enabling to give the revenue managers the tool to actually assign on rate level, so more detailed, as well as seasonally. So there will be intervals as well, but more on that later. Let's head over to the central management just first. When clicking on the burger menu, go into settings, there will be a new button over here, which is policies. Clicking on policies brings you to the cancellation policies and payment policies creation. Edit and delete. So this is where you centrally create your policies. For example, when clicking on add, you'll be able to create a new payment policy. You can first give it a name, but this is not mandatory. But giving it the name will make it more clear which policy is created for what. So when looking at it in a list view or in a drop-down on rate group and rate level, it might be easier to find, but it is not necessary. Also, we have kind of humanized this form and we will do the same for cancellation policies to be more understandable for revenue managers and having a less technical content over there. When created your cancellation policies and payment policies, you can head over to rate groups. In rate groups, you can create a new rate group, as always, but we've modernized this form as well. So we can give it a name, which is demo rate group 100. We can give it further details, click to next, set up your settlement configuration as you would do previously as well, and you'll be able to set up your default policy. And this is where you can assign the centrally created policies, so payment policies and cancellation policies. You can click on them, remove, add various or one, and save the rate. Great. If we go to an existing rate, for example, fully flexible, we can edit that rate. So we can see here the default policy. That is the policy that you created when setting up the rate group. You can edit it, of course, as well. And you will be able to set up a policy exception. In this case, I already set one up for the actual time interval that is active right now. You'll be able to edit and delete it or create a new one. You'll be first heading to create an interval. So for example, in 2 months, in June, there will be a Taylor Swift event from the 21st to the 25th. I want to have a stricter policy because of this event. You'll be able to add multiple as well. Just make sure that they're not colliding with existing intervals. You'll be only able to create one per interval for a rate group. When we click on next, you'll be able to set up your rate group policy exception or for an exact rate or multiple exact rates. So for example, my fully flexible, non-refundable rate, I want to have another policy in place, which is this one, which is a bit more strict because Taylor Swift is in town. We can go to next, and here we go. We can see a summary. You can check if it's correct and save. Now we have saved another policy exception that is scheduled. You'll be able to create multiple for various exceptions and various time intervals for various rate groups and rates in place. There will also be an action log on this level, which is to be developed still. And there will also be an action log on the reservation module to give more insight in which cancellation policy and payment policy is in place for that exact reservation. This will be added to the action log. As well as in the guest portal, the exact policy will be shown, and the guest portal is linked to the confirmation email. So the guest always is informed which policy is in place for their reservation, as well as while creating the reservation, of course. Part of this as well is currently when creating a policy or creating a cancellation policy in Mews, all existing reservations will be updated as well. And this will be something that we will be working towards this not happening anymore. All existing reservations will not be updated when the default policy is changed because the guest signed off on that policy. So we shouldn't be changing it without the guest noting. This will be updated very soon as well. Apart from that, this will not be available in the starter package. This will also be available in multi-property slightly afterwards.